Brady and the New England Patriots. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
On second down, here's Bortles. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Bortles to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Being chased out left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he's got Moncrief. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sonny Michel. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Wait 20! Wait 20! We go.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. So tough to stop Gronk. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, let's go. One play at a time now. We go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Miles Jack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Go. 29. Alpha.
Brady now to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Start fast, fellas. Start fast. Here we go.
On play action, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. Brady to Gronkowski, cover athlete to cover athlete for a Patriot first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, Their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And his first carry, he loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Jacksonville's offense gets the ball back here in a second. And for the Jags, they're now 4-9. I mean, where do you start? A 30-9 loss against Tennessee. You thought maybe they had a little momentum the week prior with a win against Indianapolis, but they did not look good against Tennessee.
And the win against Indianapolis was the way you would expect from Jacksonville. A 6-0 win led by their defense. And then Tennessee turns around the very next week on the Thursday night and lays it on them, especially running the football with Derrick Henry. I don't know where you begin, but we thought this team would contend for a Super Bowl slot this year. Instead, we're talking about a team that may have to actually rebuild. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing is Bortles. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
11. Hey.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. For the New England Patriots, everybody knows what happened in that crazy loss to Miami last week. But the good news for the Pats, Tom Brady did set the all-time touchdown pass record. If you include playoff games, he threw number 580 in that game.
And I really hate to give short shrift to that number. That's phenomenal, right? What he does each and every time he plays is add to other records or create new ones. But Tom Brady's all about winning, and they didn't win the game. So this one totally got overshadowed by what followed, the wild 69-yard play that gave the Dolphins a victory.
Yeah, now how will they overcome that going forward? The final 3 at Pittsburgh, home against Buffalo, and then home against the Jets. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
380. 380.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. It's complete to Grant. And some room to roam now. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 41 yards. On first down, Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, partner, let's peek ahead to Week 15 while we have a second here. It starts out with a good one on Thursday night. How about the Chargers and the Chiefs, a battle in the AFC West?
Yeah, it could very well decide the division, and that's a huge, huge ball game. And who saw that coming when the season began, that this would decide the whole deal? How about our first Saturday games of the year? Texans, Jets, Browns, Broncos, and those are going to feature the young quarterbacks. Sam Darnold with the Jets, Baker Mayfield with the Browns.
And then Sunday, the late game, Pats and Steelers. You get Eagles, Rams Sunday night. Saints, Panthers Monday. I mean, hello, Week 15.
Yeah, that means I'm doing absolutely nothing the entire weekend except sitting on the couch and watching ball.
Well, you're also working a game on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, besides that.
Okay. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Fournette, a first down carry. Dances by him. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Devin McCourty brings him down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here we go. Hey, 54, Ricky. Green 80. Green 80. Move. Green is second.
Bortles to throw on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, 44 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Brady. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. Gets a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Green 80.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On play action, now Brady. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Well, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Goes underneath here to White. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady there.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he gets it down to the 32. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Brady now on first down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. The 30, 20, 10. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not?
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Brady now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And a dump off to White. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The CD, by the way, we have some news from the esports world. First major of the new year. The Madden Classic was held in Las Vegas during Week 14 of the NFL season. 170 players.
Yeah, did you see the money?
Over $150,000 in prize money.
Not so bad, huh?
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
And your winner, I'll let you do the honors for the second straight year.
Michael Skimbo, second straight year. The man walks away with the money and the championship belt. He beat Justin Little Man Brown 28-21 in the final. I think the world was looking forward to this one, and they got it. And I can't wait to see how Skimbo does with the rest of the majors now. He is the man to beat.
Sorry, Little Man Barone. Congratulations, Skimbo. Again, it's Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Spread right, smack. 372.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to float, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Brady. Oh, look at the juke. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd down, Michelle. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Brady got to have this one. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You start to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
380. 380.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south and getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. So the Patriots coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield and looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now Brady. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. And even 40 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hold 50. Stop. No, 66.
Again, it's Brady. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they will run it with Michelle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines, offense on for 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots are back within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
380. Lucy.
Bortles going to look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bortles going to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And right side caught Hogan. Give him 30 yards there. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to almost certainly win the football game. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Did you expect anything less from Stephen Gostkowski? This guy, he's a machine out there, Charles.
Even in the clutch, the bigger the situation, the more likely that it goes right down the middle. And I think he just bailed his guys out in the end yet again.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
380. 380.
One final try now for Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they